Hey guys, Jeff from Home Renovision here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 18 different kinds of drywall that I've got available where I live on the market and how to use what, where, and when, why. Okay, let's break it all down, because if you know what's available, then it can affect your purchasing decision and how to order your next material load, okay? What I want to just say is, first of all, there's two basic kinds of drywall. There's lightweight and there's fire rated. Having said that, basically what it means is the fire rated material comes with a fiberglass inside the gypsum. It's mixed in with this mud, all right? After that, we've got a couple of different varieties, right? We've got regular wallpaper, we've got a green board out there, and we have a blue or purple board. Let's go through all the differences and thicknesses, and then we'll talk about which one's best for your job. We're talking to homeowners, so traditionally houses are built with the lightweight drywall, 1/2 inch. Comes in a 4-foot wide sheet in most cases, and they also make it in a 54-inch width, okay? This is good because if you have a 9-foot ceiling, it's 2 layers of this and only 1 joint. That's good to know. Traditionally, they don't carry this at Home Depot. So a lot of homeowners aren't aware of it. A lot of new home construction going on now, they're making 9-foot ceilings in the basement, okay? So it's important to know that you don't have to stand them vertical if your framing is a mess. You can go horizontal with your drywall and only have 1 joint. You buy the 54-inch. Now, knowing where to get this stuff is another issue, but that's just a simple Google search. You want to just, search for a drywall supplier near you. That should be enough. They're usually going to be commercial outfits. You're going to walk in and they're going to want to charge you an arm and leg because you don't have an account. The secret there is when they say it's $3,000 for your delivery, you say, hey, go back to talk to the manager, sharpen your pencil. I'm not paying full retail, right? Because that's just nuts. And they'll usually give you a relatively decent discount, 10 or 15% or something, okay? So let's just count this out. I said 18, right? So let's start with the big one, 54-inch. Comes in 8, 10, and 12 foot, okay? Fire rated. It also comes in 1/2 inch thick, not fire rated, 8, 10s, and 12s, all right? Good to know. The regular 1/2 inch drywall, that comes at the 48-inch height. It comes in regular 1/2 inch at 8, 10, 12, and also 9. I know, that's crazy, but it's true. It comes at 9 foot. And in the fire rated version, it comes in the 8, 10, and 12 length. And the reason this is important is because when you're doing a drywall order, you want to order the material that'll finish a 16-foot wall with only 1 butt joint. If you do nothing but order 4x8s, you're going to have joints all over your room, okay? And it's going to take forever to finish your mud work. Now, we also have this stuff here. We have a green board and we have a blue board. And generally, those both have 2 different sizes, 8s and 10s, okay? I'm talking about 18 different kinds today. There are more depending where you live. Just so you hit up the comment section. If you have 16-foot drywall, right? Actually tell us where you live, what city you're in. Even put in the name of the store where you shop. Help a brother out, right? You can also get a lightweight drywall, 4 foot wide, in a 1/4 inch and 3/8. Now, those also aren't very common at the Home Depot, but there's applications for that. If you have an older house and you have lath and plaster, and it's in decent shape, but you want to get a nice finished surface and no more hairline cracks and that sort of thing, you can actually apply a 1/4 inch drywall right over top of that, or a 3/8 drywall right over top of that. And in a lot of those cases, the baseboard trim is so thick, you can actually just install it and use a bead of caulking to close up the gap and get a brand new painted surface. That can save a lot of time and money from doing the demolition, so that's worth it. A 1/4 inch drywall is also really good for doing curves, okay? We actually did a video where I built a wall, 2 layers of 1/4 inch drywall, and you can just bend it. You don't have to do anything fancy, no water, no nothing. You just bend it and stick it in place. We'll put a link in the video description for that. That was kind of interesting, and I'm sure architectural feature like that in a basement or a theater room or something like that is kind of cool. You don't always have to just have a 22 or 45 degree angle. You can curve your walls, and that's a way to get around that. Now let me just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all 18. There we go. Piece of cake. Remember, when you're ordering your drywall, order the size, the width, and the length to fit the wall that you're working on. And if you have a basement and you're working in that and you don't have a window that you can bring the drywall through, you're probably only going to be able to get a 10-foot sheet down the stairs. Just saying. And if you have a turn in the stairs, sometimes you're stuck with 8s. But for everybody who has a beautiful window like that, you can just go ahead and pop the 2 panes out, and the delivery company from guys like I got mine, they'll just drive it right over there and fire it through the window for you. I almost forgot one more thing. Building code. This is important. In residential building code, there is no need to ever have fire rated drywall unless you're building a secondary dwelling unit in the basement. Then they want to have fire separation, which is a longer burn time before the fire will go from one unit to the next, okay? So they require 5/8 drywall on all the ceilings and all the exit stairwells and that sort of thing. Other than that, everybody else just gets a regular 1/2 inch. So if you find that your house is noisy, it's because it's this. There's no density, there's no mass in here, all right? This is great for soundproofing. So if you're getting a theater room or an office, go with the 5/8. And if you have to go with the 1/2 inch, get the 1/2 inch fire rated version, and it'll help you out. When it comes to this stuff, try to avoid getting the green board. I know they're still selling it at a lot of the stores. Go find out where they're selling the blue. Because the regular, if it gets wet, it's garbage. If the green gets wet, it'll be garbage as well. It'll just take longer, okay? So if you're putting that behind your tile, it's really not a good choice, because for another couple bucks a sheet, you can go to blue, which actually has the anti-mold, what's the product called? Concrobium. Yeah, it actually has the anti-mold concrobium inside the mixture, okay? And so it fights the development of mold in wet areas. So if you have a shower and you use regular drywall and you don't have sealed grout, you're going to get 5 years out of that wall. If you have the green, you're going to get maybe 8. And if you have the blue and it's water's getting in behind your tile, at least you'll get a 10 to 15 years out of it, okay? It's not perfect. It's not as good as adding a layer of waterproofing like RedGuard or something, but it's a better choice than the straight up old stuff, all right? Remember, if you have any questions or comments or anything to do with drywall, where you can find it, where you can buy it, how to use it, jump in the comment section, okay? I'm here to help. I'd love to help you wrap your mind around it to understand your project better. And if you're watching this video because you want to understand your options for purchasing drywall because you've got a big project coming up, consider joining our membership program.